A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Today my topic will be to cover what is infinity and how do we relate to God as an infinity. We always say that God is the superior being and he is unseen, he is beyond our imagination, he is beyond our perception. Human beings can perceive a certain amount of things. We can only perceive finite things. What are finite things and what is infinity? Infinity is something that has no beginning and no end. It's like something, for example, we say two apples. You know how many apples there are. It's countable. And then there's uncountable. For example, the stars in the sky or hairs on the back of a horse. It's uncountable. Then there are smaller infinities and larger infinities. For example, the atoms in the universe is a large infinity, but atoms on earth is a smaller infinity. Both are uncountable and both are beyond our perception, are beyond our understanding and beyond our ability to count, but we still call them infinity. Infinity was a concept understood and given by humans when they could not define a lot of things. They could not define, they could not cover, they could not encompass the vastness of the universe. They could not tell how many numbers or how many fractions come between 1 and 2. 1.1, 1.11, 1.111, 1.12, and go on and go on. There's an infinite set of numbers, of fractions between 1 and 2. Then there's a larger set of fractions between 1 and 10. And so on. Infinity grows from 1 to forever. That's the concept of infinity. And finite is something that can be calculated and then can be counted. Humans can only perceive things that have a certain boundary, that have a certain aspect of that thing. For example, I see this ballpoint, I say it's a blue ballpoint, and it's a pointer or a ballpoint. I can say because I can see its boundaries, I can see it ends from here and it starts from here. I can see that. But for example, let us imagine about something which does not have boundaries. When we are given an infinite amount of space and we don't have any start or end to define that thing from. For example, I put this page in front of you. It's white. It has no boundaries. Unless I have told you that this is a page, you can't tell that this is a page. You just see whiteness. A theory or a hypothesis by a Sufi theologian. He said that God is so close to us. He is so in front of us. And he is so infinite. We cannot define him or we cannot perceive him. Just like this page. You cannot see its boundaries. You cannot tell what it is. You just see it and you're faced in front of it like it's a wall. But you don't see the boundaries of the wall. So you can't tell it's a wall. Same case was hypothesized by the theologian for God. That he's so vast and so infinite and undefined and beyond our perceptions. We cannot perceive him. Like if I use the same page and put it in front of my eye, I only see whiteness. I only see nothingness. Like a lot of people will say, I don't see a God. Well, because he's closer than your aorta. Aorta is maybe a metaphor, maybe something literal. Aorta is in our heart and it's close. And even if a small cut on an aorta can kill a person easily, it's that close to our soul or ourselves. Same, God used a simile to define his presence in our hearts. That he's closer to a man than his aorta. So Lord is so close to us and he's so infinite and he has no defined definitions that humans can perceive. We do not see him and we fail to perceive him. Like, for example, the event of Moses, the prophet Moses salam, asked God that he wants to see him. The people were forcing him to see him. And God said, Lan tarani, you cannot see me. And God showed a partial light of his nur, and the whole mountain turned to ashes and Moses fainted. That's the small amount that's shown to the prophet of God, a noble man, a great man of God, and he could not bear it. He could not bear the infinity. So we should understand about infinity and God. And we should stop asking questions like we should see someone who is divine and superior and beyond our perception. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
ここは無加減の内側。知覚、伝達、皮肉だよね。全てを与えられると何もできず